Bum, 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 bum. Hello, hello. What is on the screen? Go away. Whatever. Hello. So, happy Thursday. Happy spring! Yes! So, this is the M&M lunchtime. The other M is running late. He'll be here soon. He decided that he was going to actually shower for you guys, which was super, super generous of him. More for me than anything, because I don't like smelly people. So, happy spring. I have a cute little flower on our table to make me feel like it's springtime. Dressed in spring colors and so on and so forth. So, it's spring. That's like, I don't know. I mean, I can't, I usually can talk to myself really well right now, Mike, but it's hard talking to myself. So I don't know about you guys, but for me, I feel like, hello.
Hey.
Welcome. Welcome to the party.
That mac and cheese was really good.
Was it?
Yep.
I'm
Do I have
glad.
anything in my teeth?
No, I think you're right. So we still haven't fixed this chair. One of these days.
Need
Hi,
some
Earl.
wrenches for that.
Hello. So hey, Brian.
Yeah, I had to take a shower because I was really dirty.
You want to
That's
tell them
cleaning
what
out
happened?
cleaning out an old
Sorry, I like to fix
barn that's out front of our race shop. Trying to make room so we have some place to organize some of our race car parts, wheels, and bodies and stuff like that. Just to get them out of the shop, make room to work. So,
Well, what happened? What
what do
happened?
you mean what happened?
Didn't you step on something?
Oh, I stepped on a nail.
Oh, no big deal. Stepped on a nail.
Might have tetanus. Oh well. It's not the corona.
No, definitely not the corona. Seriously, okay, we try to avoid the topic, but all I keep thinking is like, I want to do all kinds of crazy fun stuff because there's nothing better to do. And I think I do not want to end up having to go to the hospital. So I'm trying to keep all feet on the ground. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? I don't want to take any chances.
Yeah, I actually
No chances.
Normally I'd just keep working, but I actually got the medical kit out
Nice.
and put some alcohol in it and
You're a good man.
some antibiotic ointment.
Can you, did you fix the table?
Not really.
No, okay.
I'm still missing some of those adjusters. They're on the fridge
That I
at
threw
the
out.
apartment that you threw out. Okay.
When there's no labels on something and it's just laying around and it looks useless, I have the tendency
Honestly,
to throw
until
stuff
we
out.
moved this table, I didn't realize what they went to. And then
Oh,
I went,
good. Okay.
That's what those
All
were.
right, so I accidentally threw them out.
Yeah.
Could you take a wild guess of what flavor fizz you are drinking today? No pressure or anything.
It's blood orange.
Oh, good job. Awesome.
Okay, I'm getting
Great
better
work.
at this.
Great work. And there.
When I first started with the drinking Arbonne and eating Arbonne,
Yep. Drinking and eating.
I never could tell the flavors. I just go, yep, it's good.
So someone already asked if you're going to be running any Grandview Thunder on the Hill shows. You know, we should have, this would be so much, I was thinking, pause, before you answer that question. I was thinking we need to hire someone to stay 6 feet away, stand over here and read the questions to us, and we can chill and like drink wine or something. Or we can drink beer. I thought that, okay, that was just a thought that crossed my mind. So answer that question.
I just think we should get a tablet so we have
So
a
I can
bigger
actually
screen
see it.
to read them.
I could, whatever.
The phone's a little small, but hey, we're fortunate.
Yes.
We have internet and a phone. We got
Thanks, Richie.
all kinds of stuff.
Wait, you didn't answer the Grandview question. There was a question about Grandview
Oh,
Thunder on the
if
Hill
we would go to
races.
Thunder on the Hill races,
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's a possibility. We don't really have, like on the 35 team, we have dirt legal 358, and we have the W16, and we have big blocks. We don't really have a Grandview
And there's
PA. They call them a
always-
PA New Jersey small block.
There's
It's
always
a different motor.
a dirt series race against the Sixer. I can't stand it.
Yeah, that's frustrating. I mean, the Sixers a long running tradition. And I think it's a great event. I'd love to be there.
Someone asked, wait for something about the gas. Here, that one, Bruce.
Oh, our dirt modifieds run on gas. We use for the Super Dirt Series, we use D12 VP fuel, and then for the Spec 358, we'd run D109 VP fuel.
Don't forget Deo series.
And then for the Short Track Super Series, you'd run Sunoco. I think they have 10 or 12 as well. So there's a lot of options for fuel.
Someone asked about I actually haven't even noticed. I know
Some guy just said he uses Patron in his big block.
I haven't really taken note. Honestly, I have as much as we've been home, he's been in the shop, but as much as I've just been in front of a computer, I actually haven't really scrolled social media to know what's going on in the world. But as far as Dirt postponing anything, I don't think they've officially made an announcement as to a date. I think they're probably, my assumption is just going until they say, yeah, we can race again. We're preparing no matter what when we can race. So we just had to be ready when they're like, all right, we're going to race tomorrow. There you go. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
Well, that's the way I always think about
Yeah.
it. I feel like I constantly get people, are you doing this or are you doing that? I'm like, I'm getting cars ready so that whenever there's a race, we can race. I don't really even look at the schedule this early.
Okay, so love Kyle's question. Okay, do you know what the Pepsi challenge is?
No.
The PA jersey, I think it's great. Okay, so I don't think I've ever seen Granby do it. I know New Egypt and McDiamond used to do it all the time. It's basically match race. 2 cars. Right?
Oh, what's it got to do with Pepsi?
That's what they used, I'm pretty sure that's what they used to call it. It
Oh,
just
so
was like the name brand of it.
I was thinking this was gonna be something to do like the Mentos in the Coke.
No, not no. This is great. We're talking racing here.
Okay.
I think I've always loved them. However, listen to this. Okay, when you do the match races, I feel that there is an unfair advantage to the person. So let's say Mike and I, we go out first. We race. I win. Sorry, Mike, you go home. I pick the next person. And
Oh, you pick who you matched up against next?
usually a lot of tracks do that, yes, depending.
Okay.
So they do that, but I think it's unfair for the person I pick. One, like they just started their car up, their tires aren't warmed up. I mean, maybe I did a lap. What? I paused.
Like bleeding out of her eyes back there. It looks like
Sorry,
it's a little scary. And I'm shorter than you.
Well, yes.
That's not normal.
Oh, okay. I'm getting hot. Okay, so I'm like, does that make sense? Is that the person that gets called out during these match races should at least get one warm-up lap?
Oh yeah,
Right?
I was just about to bring that up. So okay, match
Yes.
race is really cool idea.
I
But
love them.
the guy that's like, okay, guys out there.
The guy that got
beats,
chosen.
beats the guy here. He just beat someone.
Yep.
And then he stays out and goes again. The guy that just comes out, his tires are cold and he has no chance. So
Yeah, you're screwed.
you
I hate that.
you gotta keep it equal somehow by letting them warm up their tires.
I'm pretty sure they usually let the person that just gets called out to choose if they want the inside or outside. However, that's great, but they should also get an extra lap. I always remembered at New Egypt, the guy that wins, they pull him to the flyer stand, the announcer goes in the window, and they're like, all right, who do you want next? And of course, I mean, Dad's been doing this long enough, but they'd choose Dad, and he'd make sure to take off from the back stretch instead of pulling out so he can get those, like, just those 2 corners.
Like warm them up a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I've
Smart.
I've always loved match races. I wish more people in tracks did them. I really do. All right. Whew, we got questions I totally missed. Favorite New York track? I just get really excited. So, I don't know. I feel bad choosing favorites, but favorite facility, Weed Sport, hands down.
Excuse you.
I was hoping no one
Weed
heard
Sport
that.
has a great facility. It's beautiful.
Excuse me. As far as track, you fill in the quiet noise and put yours.
Oh,
in.
I just I agree. Weed Sport has the nicest facility. It's pretty tough to beat that. The race surface at Fulton to me is
I was
the
just gonna say
races.
Fulton.
I don't think.
Fulton.
I don't. It's pretty tough to beat that with the high banks. And,
Bruton's usually pretty
lawns.
racy. I don't know. I the short track kind of Fulton. Fulton almost in a sense somewhat reminds me of Grandview. And yeah,
It's similar.
yeah?
It's very
Okay.
similar
All
shape.
right.
High banks, long straightaways.
You always like what you were raised around. He grew up at Fulton, right?
Yeah.
In a sense, yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, you're always typically gonna end up what you like. Okay, more questions scrolling up. They should stay here.
But there are a lot of good tracks in New York that I love.
Oh, there's, yeah, a lot. I mean, if you want like some intense New York racing, you just got to go to Accord.
Love bull ring, right?
Yes.
Yep. Love the bull rings like Accord and Brewerton. I love the big tracks like Fonda and Middletown and
Pole shuffle.
I love Albany, Saratoga.
I feel like I know what pole shuffle
I like
is.
them all. I don't know.
Pole shuffle.
The pole
Is
shuffle?
What is a pole shuffle? Is that like match
I think they do this like match races to figure out who gets the pole. I'm not really
Yes, I've seen that before. I mean, I think no, didn't they do that at Devil's Bowl last year for that big race? I think they did that. Yeah, they did the pole shuffle, right?
Yeah.
We weren't a part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some issues that night. But yeah, I like that when it comes to drawing for anything, it's not luck of the draw. Your destiny relies in your hands. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, like
Okay,
like you
yeah.
have control
So,
over your destiny.
yes.
Yes. If you
Yeah.
with the draw,
It's
yeah.
yeah. So when it comes to time trials or a pole shuffle, I think that's. I mean, it does take. You have to also put into consideration that's more time on track, like for a show. So that kind of adds time to a show. You're there longer. I don't know. I like them. I think they're fun.
Yep.
Yeah, Mike. Bob wants to know if you've ever run Ransomville.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I've run Ransomville in the modified, the sprint car.
I've been to Texas, Ashton. We both been to Texas. We flew into
Yeah,
Texas.
we flew to Texas
to
so
go
we
to
could
the
go to the Chili Bowl.
but we've never been to a race in Texas.
We got what did we get? $41 flight to.
Oh my God! Yeah, it was.
Thanks to Kim and Dan.
Yes, thanks
Shout
to
out
Kim and Dan. If you haven't seen them, we definitely have to go back to the Chili Bowl. That was so much fun.
And Mandee has a video on YouTube all about it if you guys want to go watch it.
Yes. Mike, what's your racing nickname? Oh. Well.
I don't know.
You don't know your nickname?
I don't know. No, there's never been one that's consistent. Like,
Yeah, we need to.
somebody comes up with a different one every week.
You'll be running a full circuit of the Dirt Series. Yes, I think that's a good question.
Don Slater asked Mike, big block or small block at Albany, Saratoga? You know what? I don't have a small block that fits the rules for Albany, Saratoga, but I think they're tough to beat there. Kind of wish I did. The big block is the only thing I got to bring there, so that's what we run.
Pete asked about Lebanon Valley. Ooh, the Valley. I seriously, okay, so when the first time I ever went to Lebanon Valley was when I worked with the Dirt Series, and I was so dumbfounded, in a sense, if that's the proper word, that they start the inside row on the outside.
Yeah, that's interesting because the outside gets a way better restart than the inside.
Which is awesome
Because of
that track does
where they run
that.
down the banking on the starts.
The track's that big. Insane.
Yeah.
I think that is so cool. I've never.
Honestly, it's funny because Woodhull is comparable to
It really is.
Lebanon Valley
Yeah, it
because
really is.
it has the same like
The
shape
banking.
and high banks, but it's
Insane.
it's not even a quarter of the size. It's so small, but you do the same thing. You get a run down the hill on the outside. So.
Every driver picks if they want to start on it. Did you ever race a cone race where every driver picks if they want to start on the inside or outside? Never heard of such a thing.
I've never heard of a cone race, but
No.
I mean,
I've raced around
typically the leader gets to pick inside or outside. Yes.
cones. There you go. Ray G has a great question.
Like Popeyes or Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Honestly, they don't have those restaurants up here.
Everywhere
So
Mike has
I
lived.
may have eaten at Chick-fil-A once, and I don't even know if I've ever been to Popeyes.
Everywhere Mike has lived, seriously, really, everywhere you've lived in a town with one blinking light. Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's no
I mean, I didn't really think about it, but yes, that's where I've lived, where there's not really any chain restaurants anywhere.
Someone had asked it.
But we do stop at a lot of them when we're traveling to the races.
Yeah. Michael asked, "Do you like Delaware starts?" I'll let you answer.
Here's the thing: Delaware starts are interesting and neat and everything, but what I see in the late models when they do them is the leader protects the bottom, and the guy in third gets a better run than the guy in second, which is kind of unfair in my opinion.
That's so true.
So like you'll have a restart, and the guy in third will go to second, and then the next yellow, the guy in second's now in third, and he gets the better run. And they just keep swapping second and third, and nobody races the leader.
The entire row is opposite when you do Delaware restart, right? All the evens are on the inside, and all the odds on the outside, or do they?
Second starts inside, third starts outside in the second row, and the leader starts middle.
Wait, don't check the table.
But
But fourth, fifth on back, is it still?
They keep going, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that second and third are racing each other, and the leader kind of just runs away. Is what I see most of the time. I'd rather see second race with the leader. That's my opinion, but take it or leave it.
All right, let's see here.
Now, if I'm the leader, I don't mind the Delaware restart, I guess. But,
Well, yeah.
but I mean, as from a fan standpoint, is what I'm referring to.
Okay, so actually, this is a nice question that Jeff asked. I don't know.
What?
You can
Jeff?
read it.
Oh, hi guys, just curious.
Oh wait, come back.
I know he's not officially family, but will be part of the open house. Would love
probably
him
won't
and
come.
his car to be there. Keep up great work you guys do. Thank you. I would love to be there. I haven't even looked, like I said, I haven't really studied the schedule much to see if we have racing during their open house. But
There is no Sunday racing that day.
that day.
That day.
But that doesn't include
I'd pull up the calendar.
I have
but
to
it's
I
on
have
my
to
phone.
prepare
Wait, no,
for
here, you have it on their calendar.
for all of our races, so
I'd at least
isn't
like
the
him to be
easiest
there.
thing to just
Go 5 hours.
drive 5 hours to New Jersey
Yeah.
to, in the middle of all that.
It's July 12th, so you're at Middletown. You can
Oh,
come.
boy. We could-
Yay!
We could go there after Middletown, yeah. That's not a bad idea.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, because then
I'll wash the
You can
car.
stay down,
I'll
you-
wash the car at your house, and we can go to Accord on Tuesday.
perfect. Great. Yay! I'm glad you asked. Okay. So then we'll have a car. We'll have a car at the open house. Let's see. Yes, of course, Oliver. Hello.
What did he say?
He asked for a shout out. Pete lives in town with only one light. Oh, I don't know. Were you even around for that?
What's that? Were
John's
tires
question.
better years ago? M&H, Firestone, McCreary.
I'm a McCreary.
McCreary all day.
Yes. Awesome.
McCreary's were the best. The drag rubber, and somebody asked the fuel question earlier. The alcohol, way better than gas. Smells better, makes more horsepower. The only problem is you got to carry like almost twice as much in the fuel tank, which is why in New Jersey they always have those fuel stops for a 40-lap race. But most people don't even run
This is
alcohol
how
anymore.
different we grew up. All right.
But anyway, I was a big fan of the big rubber, like the wingless sprint cars run.
Yes.
So the modifieds
Yes.
used to have less body, more rubber, and alcohol. I think that's a really good
There
package.
was a question. Oh no! Oh, I hit a button. What's your favorite part of being on the road, and is it tough on your crew? It is tough on me. I was saying me.
The being on the road, I actually love
Love it.
camping. I love being at the races and not having to rush to go to the next place. What I don't like about being on the road is actually driving down the road.
Yeah,
I
he
would just
actually
prefer
has to drive the truck and trailer everywhere we go to
Yeah.
the race and
So-
back, no matter how far.
So I would prefer
Probably staying.
to rest for the race coming up or whatever instead of doing that. But what's nice having a toter home, you could go early if we were ready. Early, it rarely happens. But you could go early and then kind of make a day of it instead of just driving there and driving home. And then you can stay overnight, go to the next place. It's not
Cody
not
wants
bad.
to know how your teeth are so perfect.
My teeth?
Yeah. How
Wow,
nice.
thanks, Cody. I had braces when I was in.
We are
I was a
braces
senior.
kids.
I had my senior pictures in high school with braces. That was horrible. So
You know what?
you know what? I deserve to
You were
have
still-
straight teeth
you were still loved.
because I was, picked on, ridiculed in high school.
But
It
who
was
still
terrible.
wears the retainer? Who still wears the retainer?
Oh,
I
she
do.
does. Yeah.
I do.
I don't wear mine.
I'm impressed that your teeth are still straight. That's insane. Okay, there was a question. I liked that one. Mike's question. How does it feel when it's okay, Mike, you spelled my last name wrong, but it's okay. I'll still love you anyway. How does it feel when both pouches are on the track at the same time? I'm assuming maybe with Mike out there. I mean, how was it at Charlotte when you and Billy both
Well, me and Billy.
were being
Billy and I
generous?
discussed
Or being so generous.
this.
Wait,
about
pause.
Charlotte.
Pause. So I come in and Mike gives me the whole speech of, if it wasn't your brother, and my brother comes in, he's like, if it wasn't your boyfriend, and I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I try to race everybody as clean as possible, but I guess it definitely that is a factor. It's something that you shouldn't be in your head when you're racing. You should be
No, you
focused
should
on
treat
yourself.
everyone equally.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but it is, especially starting side by side, a little mind messy. Okay. You going to race at Breward and Fulton this year, darling?
Of course.
Of course. TWU asks, after last year, I thought this was an oddly interesting question. Do you plan to change your driving style in any way? Is that even possible?
After last year. I don't know what you're referring to in last year,
No.
but in
As far as bad luck, that'd be great.
Yeah. In the matter of changing my driving style, I think that
You didn't turn Carrie off.
she's still
She's
there
still
bleeding
there.
from the eyes. I try to adapt every race. I mean, when you go to a different track and the conditions are different each time, I try to change my driving style every night to whatever is there in front of me. But honestly, I mean, that's what's great about racing. You're always learning and getting. We got the Arbonne group chat going up there
Oh,
too.
sorry.
It's very
don't
distracting.
Get distracted, Michael.
But yeah, you're always trying to learn and grow. So
Peter Ross asks, driver you looked up to. I'm just going to presume it's a you question.
I looked up to my dad.
Of course.
Mandy looked up to her dad.
I have a brother too. Can't forget him.
Well, before your brother raced, probably you looked up to your dad.
Billy was racing by the time I was born.
What?
Yeah.
He's that much older than you?
5.5 years older than me.
Oh wow. Well, I didn't race when I was 5.5, but
I mean, I'm just assuming. By the time I could
I didn't realize
register,
he started racing that early.
by the time
Wow.
I could register it, he was racing.
Oh wow. So as long as you can remember, your brother's
Yes.
been racing. Wow.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he did.
It's no wonder Mandy goes ballistic when they cancel the races. I like hip hip hooray because it's
I
just
get it.
more time to get ready and less stress out of. Because I feel like there's you could race every single day of the week as soon as the season starts, and it's a little overwhelming for a driver because you feel like you have to be at every single race, or else you don't get as much practice as the other guys that
Yep.
go to every race.
Yep.
And so you're in a catch-22. You don't really want to race 100 times, but you kind of have to, or you're not going to be good, So I don't know. It's
I've always been the type. Going off what you said is that growing up, I never went to prom. I bought my dress, and the guy I was supposed to take with me was racing, and we both agreed if the races rain out, then we'll go to prom. Dad won the championship. The races never rained out, so I wore that dress to the championship banquet. However, going off of what you said, I have this horrible, that like childish thing, like I'm gonna miss something. You know, like,
Oh, of course.
you feel like you're gonna miss something,
Yep.
and when I have all three racing in the same night, I know I'm gonna miss at least two of them, which is even worse. But so I try to like be wherever I can, and sometimes, I mean, we'll rain out, and I'll drive my butt down home in hopes to not miss something. So yeah,
Right.
just gotta go to the races all the time, guys. Gotta do it. Can't miss anything. Oh my gosh. You're gonna see Jenny. Big Dog Leroy asked, when will we see Jenny again? You will see her at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have it scheduled for you.
Tonight? Okay.
I already added it. I got you.
Check out our new breaks.
Yes. There you go. Richie Walker. I like that question.
Okay, Mike, which is more important to you, wins or championships? That is a very interesting question.
I'll let you answer first.
I think a win is way more important within this year. Like, like right in front of me, from now until December, a win is more important. But over the course of a career, you look back at and you kind of like, oh, championships,
That's so
those are a
true.
big deal.
That's true.
So when I end my career racing, I think I would look back and I think the championships are very important. Right now, I look at them like, well, they'll come if I win races. So
Okay. I like that answer.
You know.
That was a good one. See, I wish there was a button. I have to like tap the screen to get the
now, however,
comments back.
when the first race comes up for any
see.
schedule, I feel like I have to be there or else the championship's out the window.
Repeat that? I wasn't
When the first race comes up on the schedules,
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I have to be there
Yes.
or the championship's out the window. And not only that, if you're not at the first race, you're not going to get a ride for the third race. Because like you've already kind of like counted yourself out of the
Well, if
group
you think about
that's
that
in the
too,
series.
Which
So-
really stinks for a lot of tracks and series is like you're let's just say 5 weeks into, we're just gonna say Albany. We're 5 weeks into Albany. My accountant decided she's gonna call me right now.
You're live.
Anyways, you're 5 weeks into your weekly track, your series, and you're not doing well. Do you really feel like you're gonna continue trying to run there weekly? Or
No, probably not.
no? Like that.
might as well, like,
I always feel so
Might as well
bad.
just go where the big money races are at
Come
that
like
point.
June, July, I feel like that's when everyone just drops.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, there's a lot of different challenges that people face. I mean, you got financial. I mean, maybe you spent all your money already. And you got nothing to spend to keep racing, or maybe you're just drained and you're just busy at work and kids or whatever. Who knows what you got? But it's hard to keep people going along through the year. You notice that car counts drop through the season, but I don't know. It's interesting. It'd be cool to see like a graph of how tracks do, whether they start earlier or later, because I have a feeling that some people feel that their track has to be the first one to start so they get all the cars and then they'll maybe keep them there. Other tracks take the strategy that if they start later, people will leave other tracks because they're not doing so well and go to their track. Like, because it's like, oh, well, now I got another chance at starting the points all over again. And I don't know. It's a tough call. I'm a fan of a shorter season, but
I'm a fan of when it's warm out. Reality
makes
of
each
that.
race a little more important.
Hey, it's 2:00. It's been 30 minutes. So thank you guys for joining in with us. We did not discuss this, but I'm thinking we're gonna do our 1:30 lunch half hour with you guys weekdays because I like to have my Saturdays and Sundays.
What are we on here? Are we on YouTube?
Yeah,
today?
we're on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. I figured, you know what, we'll just stick with YouTube. If we stream it through something else, we do. But I figured everyone usually gets notified when we go live straight through here. So
Yep.
does that work for you?
It's fine with me.
Okay.
Keep coming up with questions and we'll answer them.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I do have perfect teeth. Not. I'm better.
Hers are way more perfect than mine.
I take very good care of them. So yeah, so thank you guys. I hope you guys are having a great Thursday, and we will see you again here tomorrow at 1:30.
Hopefully tomorrow will be without Carrie's bleeding eyes.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I like to listen to my music. Okay, bye guys.